Shaman TV here with Chris Millington. So 1-0 defeat. What are your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, tough, really tough. I thought it was a real challenge for the lads, exactly what we expected. I think I went on record on Saturday as saying, the whole reason we want to come here is because what a Radcliffe team is going to be like, what a Bernard and Jono team is going to be like, hard working, well organised, competitive, relentless in how they play, and that's what they delivered, and it was a great experience for some of the lads who are new to National League football. I think in particular one or two of the trialists, but also the likes of Adam Adetoro, Ted Lavelle, Frankie Sinfield. These lads are new to the level and new to the experience. So this is exactly what we wanted. We wanted it to be a test. We wanted it to be tough, and that's exactly what it was.
Yeah, so certainly a physical test, plenty of set pieces to defend early on. Of course, it was a corner where they got their goal.
Yeah, frustrating that. I think, we said before in the changing room, look, let's not allow ourselves to be hurt by something that's within our control, and we know set pieces are clearly something that we've got a little bit more control over. So disappointing that they made a first contact, and disappointing way to concede.
Grew into the game a little bit after that, came close on a number of occasions, but never really tested the Radcliffe keeper.
No, we had some decent moments, but nothing really exciting. Well, I tell a lie, we hit the crossbar, didn't we, first half, and that was an open net, so really that should have been an equaliser. But we had we did work some reasonable chances. We got into their box a few times after we went 1-0 down, and it was probably a bit more of an even game in the latter stages of the first half. And then the second half, slightly less action for both teams. Really, I think it did become a little bit pedestrian and a little bit of a more typical pre-season friendly.
Of course, in that second half, we got the chance to see Zach Emerson for the first time. He signed this afternoon.
Yeah, great to see Zach. That is probably the longest transfer in club history. It's taken ages to get it done. So we're delighted to have him in. He's he's a great lad. I know the sort of history of him with the fees that have been attached to him in the past, and the whatever was involved this time. But we don't want to let that sort of become a burden to him, because he's a young lad trying to cut his teeth for the first time in senior football, and we know he's going to have an awful lot of quality. He's behind the lads in terms of his match day minutes. He's behind the lads in terms of his pre-season sharpness and fitness. So it's going to take time. People are going to have to be patient, but he's going to be a very good addition to the team, and a player who I think can just add to how we want to play and what we want to be.
It's certainly not an easy game for him to come into on his first appearance.
No, tough, and it's that's what we wanted it to be. Like I said, I've just been talking to Tom Scargill, and this is exactly why we're here. We've got a young group of players. A number of them today are just making the first forays into National League football. This is as tough as it gets. They're going to have those experiences over and over again. So we want them to take the learnings out of tonight, and there's a lot of individual learnings that can be taken out of it, and we'll help the lads dissect it over the next few days. But yeah, it's great opportunity for them to take something and develop it. I remember this time last year when we came here, and we had a very similar experience, lost by the odd goal. We had some really tough moments in the game, some really tough periods, and that served us well, because it really sort of accelerated the learning of one or two of the lads who were involved in that, and we expect tonight to be the same. So it will accelerate the learning and development of some of those younger lads, and if they manage to make the matchday squad, matchday team against Barnet, then there'll be things that have happened tonight that will stand them in good stead.
Of course, up next, Scunthorpe, and a team that will be expecting to be at the top end of the National League North.
Yeah, another one. I mean, I'd expect Radcliffe to be up there. Listen, let's not have any bones about it. These will be pushing for promotion, and you know, I think there'll be few teams better than Radcliffe. You know, they've got players in their team who've accrued more Football League appearances than our squad put together. You know, they're no mugs, these lot. So yeah, it'd be much the same against Scunthorpe, and a real similar type of test. But what you'll see from us come Saturday is, you know, we're starting to work now towards that Barnet game. We'll be building, looking at match day squads and trying to approach the next 3 pre-season friendlies in a more sort of purposeful way as we would approach a normal league game. So of course there's people like Max and Ange who've still got minutes to build up, but our attention starts to look towards, right, how can we build these lads up and start to put the pieces together for a team to start against Barnet.
Thank you.
Cheers, Luke.